It's Tuesday, it's the 27th, and I'm so very glad and thankful to have you with us being a part of the show this evening. Winding down a beautiful Tuesday, temperatures in the low to mid 70s, certainly not summer-like, but no complaints to be heard. We'll see some dry conditions last through about Thursday, and then humidity levels, temperatures will go on the increase. That will also set a stage for the 4th of July holiday weekend, an increased chance and threat of some showers and thunderstorms that we've updated now from last evening. I'll tell you all about that in just a few moments. On this date in our weather history from the National Weather Service way back in 1978 for some of us, on today's date and tomorrow's date in 1978, temperatures topped out at over 95 degrees at the London office. Jackson wasn't around by then. I don't think they started keeping records till the mid-80s. And morning lows started off at 72 on those days as well. Both of those setting records that still, I believe, may be intact today. So a big difference from where we are today versus a few years ago, back in 1978. On my calendar for tomorrow, a few things happening, and to let you know, there's a special session of the Sagersville City Council that's been called for tomorrow at 5:30 at City Hall. They'll discuss opening a line of credit and also Kentucky Power proposed rate increase. I'll have a camera there, a report to follow. Also, the McGoffin County Board of Education has a special set meeting for tomorrow at 6:30, and still no word yet on the potential or possibility of a special session of the McGoffin County Fiscal Court this Thursday, which was mentioned during the last, well, it wasn't a meeting because it wasn't held, but during the last regular set time frame. I wasn't surprised, to be perfectly honest, and that's not a good thing, but it is a report that we have to talk about. Heroin abuse and that of fentanyl, a very powerful painkiller that's often mixed in with heroin. It's cut into the drug to make a larger quantity for dealers to sell. Well, those two drugs are responsible for a staggering increase and record high overdose fatality rate in Kentucky last year. We officially had, and numbers still could go up, but we officially had to date 1,404 overdose deaths last year in Kentucky. That is right at 4, almost 4 every single day of the year just for our state. It's also an increase of 156 drug overdose deaths from the year before. The number of deaths involving heroin was an increase of 6% from 2015 to 2016. We also know that fentanyl, which was almost 50% of the overdoses in and of itself, had an increase of 13% in regards from 2015 to 2016. And those 1,404 overdose fatalities in 2016 equal a 7.4% increase when you break it all down. Fentanyl responsible for 623 of those deaths, and heroin 456, a factor in. The most deaths occurred by number in Lexington and Louisville, the larger populated areas, northern Kentucky. Per capita, when you break it down in that regards, Leslie and Powell counties among the top. A couple of updates before we go on to other headlines. One of those also includes an interview with our local elementary football coach about a very special event, a free camp to be held here in McGoffin County in a few days for basically any elementary student, athlete. And this is not just for football players, but for any athlete, as the coach will explain in just a few moments. But right now, an update on the man who is still missing after he fled the jailer and authorities at the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center yesterday afternoon. Also, a brief update as well on what appears to be a still ongoing investigation into the murder of J.R. Allen of McGoffin County. First, a follow-up from yesterday's escapee who is still on the loose. As I told you last night, 30-year-old Thomas Price, who has a Paintsville address but was also to have lived in McGoffin County a great deal of time as well, nevertheless was going back to the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center from the McGoffin County Justice Center, where he'd had several theft charges waived over to the grand jury, as were similar charges in Johnson County just last week. Nevertheless, when he was being exited from the jailer's van, he bolted and took off and ran towards Paint Creek in handcuffs as well. He was wearing his orange jumpsuit, orange flip-flops, and orange haircut. But to no avail, authorities were unable to catch him on foot. The only new information I have tonight is that we have had confirmed to us via local authorities that Price did make it to a phone and placed a phone call to a female he was trying to reach, perhaps less than an hour, perhaps even as soon as a half an hour after his escape. Now, we know that he was not able to make direct contact with that female at that time, and authorities are investigating that call and possibly some others that he made and where he may have made them from, which we do not know. But nevertheless, Thomas Price now faces additional escape and other charges in addition to the other serious felony charges he was already facing in Magoffin and Johnson counties. If you have any information about the whereabouts of Thomas Price, you can call the Sagersville Police or Magoffin County Sheriff's Department or the likewise authorities in Paintsville and Johnson County as well. But as of right now, Price still considered to be at large and on the run. And this was after he was on the run eluding an arrest warrant for these charges in Magoffin and Johnson County for about 2 years. It's J.R. Allen, whose body was discovered on Spruce Pine days ago, just a little more than 3 weeks now. I spoke with Magoffin County Coroner Mark Jenkins earlier today via telephone conversation. He confirmed to me that he nor Kentucky State Police Detective Jason Dye releasing any other details at this time. They're not releasing any new information on the murder investigation of J.R. Allen. He did stress that anyone who has any details or information about the crime can still relay those to the coroner, to the state police, local authorities, and can remain anonymous. But as of right now, no new details. He did stress they were still following up all current and previous leads that they had in the case, and that was the end of his statement. It's been my experience in the years of doing this program that if authorities are not necessarily releasing any information that they have, that often means that they do have a forward progressing case and investigation, and that they are busy following a great deal of leads that they already have. We assume that very well could be the case in the death of J.R. Allen. The 41-year-old's body was found lying beside a car on a spur off of Spruce Pine Road by his aunt back on June the 8th. Police still have not released the cause of death or any suspects' names or identities as well at this time. At this time, I'll pause for a brief message. Be sure and let these folks know you're watching every chance you have, and I'll be right back. To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband. Satisfy your hunger and get a great deal on some famous home cooking at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe, where we started the under $5 daily specials. On Wednesdays, it's our 3-piece dinners, famous crispy or roast any way you like it. Get a leg thigh and a wing, 2 sides and a biscuit for only $4.99 or $3.99 after 4 o'clock, and you can get a breast thigh and a leg for just $1 more. All at Where We Cater, gatherings big or small, your Sagersville Lee's.
I'm attorney Don McFarland. We all know that times are hard, jobs are scarce. Most people that I know are struggling to support their families and make it through each day. Now imagine that you get seriously hurt while working on the job, and the insurance company for your employer refuses to pay wages and benefits while you are injured and cannot afford to pay medical expenses, household bills, and put food on the table to support your family. I can help. If you are being wrongfully denied workers' compensation benefits that you rightfully deserve, then give me a call and let me go to work for you. 349-9000.
Parkway Pharmacy, now open earlier from 8 a.m. until 6 in the evening to better suit your schedule and lifestyle, and to help you get better and live a healthier life. And if allergies are bogging you down, they're armed with the very best in over-the-counter relief for adults and your children. Reach owner pharmacist Jesse Rudd and his assistant pharmacist Megan Castle and their staff at 8 o'clock in the mornings or at 349-4400. Just in and just perfectly priced at Gateway Motors, this 2012 Nissan Rogue all-wheel drive. And this 2012 Ford Fusion, only $7,900. This 2011 Chevy Cruze loaded up
$8,900. And it's a push-pull-drag sale going on right now, which means however you can get it in, it's guaranteed to be worth at least $1,000. On this 2010 Nissan Sentra, priced at $7,900, or this 2011 Impala LT, priced under $8,000. And most payments under $200 a month. Come and check out Gateway Motors in Sagersville, 349 Cars. Get your $10 tickets now for the 14th annual and perhaps biggest community day yet, featuring the incredible Rhonda Vincent and the Rage, and other headliners like the Dave Atkins Band, the Edgar Loudermilk Band with Jeff Autry, Toddy Preston and the Black Powder Express, and many, many, many more. And all the food, fun, games, and fabulous prizes that you can stand, all for just $10. And kids 12 and under, they get in for free. Community Day in the Ramey Park in Sagersville is Saturday, August the 19th. Wanting you to have a healthier life means providing access to quality, affordable health care. And to do exactly that, Hope Family Medical Center offers full dental care with Dr. Pratt and his team, a pediatrician team of 3 doctors and nurses and moms, complete health care by family physician Dr. Kelly Pratt and nurse practitioners Mildred Sizemore, Gail Faria, Shannon Conley, and Heather Blair. Behavioral health services with Kimberly Davis, with in-house lab testing and results, in-house x-ray and pharmacy, and all the caring, knowledge, and experience that these medical professionals represent
at Hope Family Medical Center.
You can find anything you need for work or play this summer for pennies on the dollar at Parkway Gun and Pawn, where you can find musical instruments, jewelry, games, tools, electronics, and more. And they'll loan you cash on anything worth $1 every day at Parkway Gun and Pawn, 349 Pawn.
More on that free, and I don't want to call it a football camp. Indeed, it is being hosted by our local elementary football coaches and also by a professional football coach as well. It's a sports agility camp, and it kind of includes everyone in all sports. I'll let Coach Campbell fill you in on that in just a few moments. The Big Sandy Regional Detention Center jail records indicate that it was a Sagersville man involved in arrest found on a stolen motorcycle with serious drugs on his person as well. I can confirm that the arrest happened in West Liberty. It happened on HC 61, involving a man who the jail lists as a Sagersville resident, but who I believe may be from West Liberty. He was taken into custody by a trooper from Post 8 after being found leaning up against a stolen motorcycle on Cow Branch in Morgan County.
Trooper McGraw out of Post 8 in Moorhead details in his arrest citation that he observed a Ronnie Scott Jeviden standing next to a motorcycle on Cow Branch yesterday afternoon, sometime around noon or so, and that he stopped to make sure that he was all right and he wasn't having trouble with the motorcycle and didn't need some help. And as soon as the officer got out, he says that Jeviden started throwing things behind his back in an effort to hide them from the officer. And then after speaking to him further, he saw a syringe, a needle lying on the ground behind him, a small container with what appeared to be a crushed green substance. Also, he says that Jeviden had a pill container in his possession and had a few bags of several pills as well. Some oxycodone, 30 milligram oxys, several oxycodone 15 milligrams, as well as Xanaxes, Suboxone, and possibly some other drugs still under investigation. So he was charged with possession of a controlled substance in the first degree and the third for the drugs, also for drugs being not in their proper container and possession of drug paraphernalia. And he was also charged with receiving stolen property, as when the officer ran the VIN for the motorcycle that Jeviden was on, it came back stolen. So far, we're still trying to find some more details about the motorcycle, where it may have been stolen from, and as to whether or not he was just in possession of it or possibly linked to the theft of the machine. That's still unknown. But we can confirm that he is still in the Big Sandy jail at this hour.
I had a little technical glitch last night with one of our birthdays, and it kind of worked out in a way. It's now a bit more belated, I think, than what it was when it was sent to us. Nevertheless, I now get to say happy birthday to 2 sisters celebrating their birthdays this week. Birthdays and announcements, as always, brought to you by McGoffin Farm Bureau.
That's right. I've got belated birthday wishes to sisters. Emily, who was 9 on the 24th, with a whole lot of love and best wishes from your mama and brothers and Kinsey and a long list of family and friends. Happy, happy, happy 9th birthday to you on the 24th, which was Saturday, I guess. And I also have Kinsey's birthday, who was 3 the next day. How super cool is that? So a belated 3rd birthday to Kinsey. Love Mama and your brothers, of course, Sissy, Emily, and a host of family and friends as well. So everybody say happy birthday, Emily, and happy birthday, Kinsey, from a whole lot of folks who love them lots. Going on to other announcements, a reminder about the yard sale at the Bradley Free Will Baptist Church on Burning Fork. Now, this is Friday and Saturday. They'll start at 9 o'clock both mornings, go to about 3 Friday, about 2 on your Saturday. And this is a rain or shine event, and that might be a good thing on Saturday. Well, I think I said that yesterday, but it's still true. So it's an inside the church yard sale, and a big yard sale at that. They hope that you'll join them 9 to 3 on Friday. I think it's 9 till noon on Saturday. I may have 2 there a little long. Nevertheless, Bradley Free Will Baptist Church, big yard sale. Stop and support them. And this just in from the folks at the Countryside Community Church. That's on Johnson Fork on the Magoffin-Morgan County line. Bring your kids to Sunquest Rainforest Vacation Bible School. It started last night, but it goes all the way through Friday night, 6 to 8 nightly this week. And if you have any questions, 349-4186. That's the Countryside Community Church on Johnson Fork. And you still got time to get your name in the hat, so to speak, to be a part of the 4-person scramble tournament, a golf tournament hosted by the U-Pike football team. That's right, football hosting a golf tournament. The outing is going to be Friday, July the 21st. If you want to play and maybe win some really great prizes and have a wonderful day in an outing, call our friend, Coach Brian Williams. His number just gone, but I'll have it back up on the screen tomorrow. Your News Today at P.O. Box 1443, our email, my Facebook, my phone, my fax, they all work to get your announcement on the show. Just simply tell me, and I'll tell everyone about it. It doesn't cost anything. And go to our YouTube channel right now. Our website's still going through some maintenance, we'll call it. So go to YouTube. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel there, Your News Today by Rick Mortimer. It sends you alerts every time we upload a program, and you can go back and find basically all the shows that we've done for years. With that said, we'll go on to the rest of the announcements. One more via tonight's obituary listings. And it's a reminder about services to be held in honor of 63-year-old Ruthine Wireman Frinkle of Cannell City, who passed away on the 25th, survived by her sons David and Donald and William Fitch and her daughter Veronica Sink. Visitation is will be tomorrow evening. It starts Wednesday evening, tomorrow after 5. Services start Thursday at 1, all from the Magoffin County Funeral Home.
Hi, I'm Attorney Jeff Lovely. At my law office, we're determined to offer you and your family outstanding, cost-effective, and responsive legal services. I can help you if you've been injured in a car wreck. I'll be in your corner if you have a DUI or other criminal charges. You can file bankruptcy and stop those harassing phone calls, or I'll fight for you and your children in divorce and custody cases. For all your legal services, contact me when it matters. In Syersville at 349-4522, and West Liberty at 743-1965.
Much more than diesel specialist, Black Smoke Performance is turning out excellent auto body collision paint and repair results with free quotes and estimates on everything from insurance jobs to that ding you got in the driveway. Custom lift kits, bed liners, winches, and accessories, and full diagnostics and repair on anything gas or diesel, from brakes to fluid changes to major auto repair. If you want it fixed, lifted, painted, customized, or just maintained, just call on the team at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville, 100 May Drive, or 349-8785. Yes, Logan makes the best truck bodies on the market, and they also have a fully stocked warehouse of dump body parts, PTOs, hydraulic pumps, hoists, anything you need to get back on the road. And they are a full-service steel and aluminum service center. They keep I-beam, channel, angle, pipe, round rod, rebar, expanded metal, sheet metal, and aluminum all in stock. And if you've got a big project, they do commercial manufacturing to your specs. Logan, since 1904.
Want a big screen but don't want to have to fumble around with a big bulky phone? Then the LG G6 from Appalachian Wireless is exactly what you've been looking for. A regular size phone with more screen and less border. And while this phone was built to hold, it was also built to resist dust and water. Get the brand new LG G6 for the introductory price of $49.99 with a 2-year agreement. That's $50 off the regular price. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless, an East Kentucky network company.
'Tis the season, as they say, with wedding and baby registry at the seasonal shop. And as always, an endless selection of new summer shades and styles and sizes for everyone, from design houses of Charlie Page and Mud Pie, with all the matching accessories to go along with them. Shoes, jewelry, hats, bags, scarves, and more. And new arrivals weekly with free local delivery. All from Fraser's Prater Drugs Seasonal Shop in downtown Sagersville. Make your way to Broadway Auto Sales in Paintsville for this 2013 Jeep Wrangler, wheels, tires, tow, and more. And check out this big, roomy Tundra Crew Max with the big 5.7 liter and a like-new 2016 Ford Escape all-wheel drive loaded up. Just look for the big gorilla and yellow sunglasses. Broadway Auto in Paintsville. A tire more than 25% low, about 8 pounds, makes you 3 times more likely, and worn-out tires 11 times more likely to be in a tire-related crash. Don't take your or their safety for granted. Come in for a free inspection, 6 months, no-interest financing, the best price and best selection at Conley Tire in Staffordsville. This will chalk up to one of those little light bulb moments, so to speak. I have known Brian Williams for several years. He's an assistant head coach, and he's also a defensive and recruiting coordinator for UPike. He's got a long resume, too. He was a defensive lineman at UK playing football back in the 80s. He has coached at the likes of Alabama, Texas A&M, Pittsburgh. The list goes on. He's now currently in his 4th season at the University of Pikeville, and just in a friendly discussion a few days ago, it came up that he had a week off this summer and that he wasn't doing as many camps as he was due to a scheduling conflict, and we saw an opportunity, to which I immediately called a couple of folks and who were actually kind of in the vicinity at the time when all of this happened, so to speak. But nevertheless, with the sponsorship and efforts of Jesse Rudd at Parkway Pharmacy and Don McFarland, attorney at law, and our friends at Lee's Famous Recipe, and myself here at Your News Today, we have come together to sponsor a free elementary, and I want to say football camp, but that doesn't quite cover it, because as McGoffin Elementary coach Chris Gamble explains, this will be a great camp coming up in a few days for any student or student athlete in McGoffin County in grades K through 9. And that's because, as McGoffin County Elementary football coach Chris Gamble explains, this will be a great camp for any student or student athlete in grades K through 9 in McGoffin County.
We're going to try to involve everyone in this camp from kindergarten to freshman in high school, so K through 9th. It's an agility camp. This camp's going to be free. Anyone that's interested in it, it's not just football camp. It's going to be football coaches, but it's going to be for anyone in any sport that wants to get their footwork better, their agility better. It's a great opportunity for the kids in McGoffin County to get experience. Not only with a great coach to teach you these particular drills and to learn some agility, but also it's a great chance to be seen. That's the key, to having an opportunity for coaches that can help your child possibly get to college. And this is the first step in our chances here to help our children of McGoffin County. We want to build this team, this community, into some football greatness. Our neighboring county, Johnson Central's won a state championship. Belfry's won a state championship. Why can't we? Well, this is a step toward that. We need to get us involved and to learn to get better and to have great coaches here. That's the first step in that, and that's what I, along with the high school coaches, that's what we want to do. We want to build something here.
So they have worked out a 3-evening camp. That's 3 days, July the 10th, 11th, and 12th, 6 to 8:30 each night at the McGoffin County High School football field for, once again, any student in grades K through 9 in McGoffin County. Physicals are required. So if you had a student who's played baseball or football or basketball, any sport in the past year, their physicals should still be good. And you've got time to get a physical in if you've got a student who would like to be a part of the camp or plans on playing some sport next year who doesn't have one. Try to get it before July the 10th, because this is a great opportunity for any kid who wants to play any sport.
His name's Coach Brian Williams. He's actually a former University of Kentucky football player. He played in the mid-'80s. He's all ACC. That's huge, and he's a great player, and he's an even better coach. He's coached, I think, 12 collegiate football teams. He's been a part of those organizations, so he knows his stuff. He's very experienced and a very good coach, and he's a great person. So with that type of people coming here to help us, to teach us, the coaches here too, that's a step in the right direction for sure.
And that, once again, July 10th, 11th, and 12th, and it is free, but only through the efforts and sponsorship of Jesse Rudd at Parkway Pharmacy and attorney Dolly McFarland, our friends at Lee's Famous Recipe as well. So we want to thank all of those for making this free. A lot of camps, I'm not sure, but I know that anywhere from $25 to $35, $50 would not be out of the norm for a camp of this magnitude. So, but all the kids, all those who show up, get to take part in it for free. With that said, not a whole lot of worries here in the weather forecast, and man, I need to be knocking on some wood there, because I haven't said that for a while. Even the worst part of your forecast is not as bad as some of the weather we have seen over the past few weeks. Nevertheless, a 53-degree night tonight. That's getting kind of chilly. It was a little cool out there this morning, and it will be again tomorrow. Northwest winds to complement it at about 6 miles per hour, so becoming still this evening. Tomorrow, we'll wake up with mostly clear skies, as we'll see tonight, and temperatures will rebound, and they'll get back up to close to 80 again, with nighttime lows also improving to about 60 for your midweek. That's sunny and mostly clear on your Wednesday. For Thursday, temperatures continue to climb on both ends. 84 for high, 67 for low, still mostly sunny, a light breeze out of the southwest, maybe 3 to 7 on your Thursday. Nothing more than partly cloudy skies that Thursday night. However, and it's not bad, I don't want to make it sound bad, but there was a big pause there, and I know that I kind of gasped there for a second, but it is the 4th of July holiday weekend after all. So, of course, we would like to see all sun, no rain, and comfortable temperatures. Well, the temperatures aren't going to be that bad. And Friday's going to be pretty nice. And Sunday's not going to be that bad. But there's a cloudy spot there in the middle you'll notice staring at you. 84, mostly sunny on your Friday. We will see a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms mainly afternoon, and that will increase to about a 30% that night. And tomorrow I'll have your 4th of July schedule, and we'll see how and what plans you'll have to kind of maybe navigate around the weather. But for now, mostly sunny and a slight chance of showers, increasing into Friday night and into your Saturday most certainly, as we'll see mostly cloudy skies on your Saturday. I've got right now a pretty good chance of showers and thunderstorms, a likelihood after 11, with temperatures around 81 for the high, 65, 66 for nighttime lows, and still a 50% chance of showers all the way through Saturday night and into your Sunday morning early. Now, by Sunday, I think we'll see that maybe come into a 20% chance of showers up before noon. Then we'll see a recovery, mostly sunny skies for the latter half of your holiday weekend, and the still low 80s on the 4th of July weekend. That's not all that common. And for Monday, which I'm guessing a lot of folks will have off for the 4th, which is actually on Tuesday of next week. Monday, 84 and still a 30% threat. So while I'm off to literally start working on tomorrow's headlines to some degree, I hope that you will enjoy the rest of what is a beautiful Tuesday evening and see us back here tomorrow night for more of Your News Today. Thanks for watching.